Ever wondered if your favorite low-carb sweetener is actually helping or hurting your health? Today we're diving into the best and worst sweeteners for balancing blood sugar while satisfying your sweet tooth. You might be surprised by what we uncover. Hi there, I'm Ryan, your keto cousin. As someone who's been on a journey to reverse prediabetes and improve metabolic health, I know how tempting it can be to reach for sugar-free treats. But not all sweeteners are created equal. Today, we'll explore which ones can help you stay on track and which ones might be doing more harm than good. Stick around to learn about my personal favorites, plus some practical tips to enjoy sweets mindfully. Let's start with the worst options, the artificial sweeteners like aspartame, sucralose, and saccharin. So these are often marketed as guilt-free options, but studies suggest that they may negatively impact your gut health, insulin sensitivity, and even your metabolism. If you've ever experienced bloating or sugar cravings after these, you're not alone, and it's best to avoid these. And sadly, these are found in many popular keto and low-carb foods such as diet sodas, protein powders, and sugar-free candies. So read the labels carefully and avoid them when possible. Next up, we have natural sweeteners like agave, coconut sugar, and honey. And while they sound healthier, these are still loaded with fructose, which can stress your liver and contribute to insulin resistance. Agave in particular is often marketed as a low glycemic sweetener, but here's the catch. It's very similar to high fructose corn syrup. It's high in fructose, which can wreak havoc on your liver and lead to insulin resistance when consumed in large amounts. Now, honey does have its place, especially due to its anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial properties and the ability to soothe colds and sore throats. So if you're feeling under the weather, a small spoonful of honey can be incredibly comforting and helpful. However, for those who are insulin resistant, it's important to remember that honey still has a significant impact on blood sugar levels. So while it's great in small doses for specific purposes, it's not an everyday sweetener if you're trying to manage your blood sugar. So now let's talk sugar alcohols. Xylitol, erythritol, and isomalt are popular in low-carb circles because they don't spike blood sugar. However, they can cause bloating, gas, and even diarrhea if you're sensitive. Also, a quick PSA. Xylitol is highly toxic to dogs in small amounts, so keep it out of reach if you have pets. So another popular sugar alcohol is maltitol, and it's one to avoid if possible. It has a high glycemic index compared to other sugar alcohols, which can spike blood sugar and insulin significantly. And unfortunately, many sugar-free candies marketed to diabetics use maltitol. While it's often promoted as having a slower absorption than regular sugar, I personally have seen it spike my blood sugar just as high as regular sugar when tested with my CGM. So if you're managing blood sugar levels, this is one sweetener you'll want to stay clear of. It's also known for causing digestive distress in many people, so think twice before reaching for those maltitol sweetened candies. So now let's get into the best low-carb sweeteners. First up is monk fruit. Monk fruit is a fantastic option for those looking to satisfy their sweet tooth without the blood sugar roller coaster. So this natural sweetener derived from a small green melon boasts zero glycemic impact and contains antioxidants known as mogicides, which may offer anti-inflammatory benefits. Monk fruit works beautifully in baked goods, especially when paired with erythritol or allulose to achieve a perfect balance of sweetness and texture. It's my go-to for desserts like muffins or cookies. Next up is stevia. Stevia is another excellent choice, particularly in its glycerite form. It's calorie-free, it doesn't spike blood sugar, and it's derived from the leaves of the stevia plant. So what makes stevia glycerite stand out is its smoother, less bitter aftertaste, making it ideal for beverages, no-bake desserts, and even sauces. It's a versatile option that packs a sweetness without any metabolic cost. So now let's talk about my personal favorite, allulose. This sweetener not only tastes like sugar, but behaves like it in cooking, caramelizes beautifully in things like glazes and baked goods. But the real magic of allulose lies in its unique ability to block glucose absorption in the intestines, helping to balance blood sugar levels. Recent studies even suggest that allulose may stimulate GLP-1, a hormone that aids in blood sugar regulation and appetite control. I've put it to the test with my CGM, and it consistently keeps my blood sugar stable when used sparingly. If you're aiming for a sweetener that checks all the boxes, allulose seems to be the clear winner. Here's the thing, even the best sweeteners can be a slippery slope. I'll admit, I have a sweet tooth and love experimenting with different flavors and textures in the kitchen. And when I first started keto, I was all about making every keto dessert I could find. But over time, I've learned to be more mindful and have significantly cut back on the sweets I consume, even the keto-friendly ones. Why? Because while these sweeteners might not spike your blood sugar like regular sugar can, they can still keep your cravings alive. And it's so easy to fall into the mindset of, oh, it's sugar-free and I can have more. Trust me, I've been there. But overdoing it on low-carb or keto treats can quietly derail your progress. Another issue is the dreaded bloating and gas. Sugar alcohols in particular can take your stomach on a roller coaster ride. And let's be honest, the discomfort just isn't worth it. Then there's the bigger picture. The long-term effects of some sweeteners are still a bit of a mystery. And while most are considered safe in moderation, relying too heavily on them could expose us to unforeseen health risks in the future. Ultimately, sweeteners are a tool, not a food group. And I recommend monitoring your own blood sugar response and seeing how these options affect you personally. Everyone's body reacts differently, and what works for me might not work the same for you. If you're up for it, try slowly reducing your sweetener intake over time. You might be surprised on how your palate adapts and how much better you actually feel. So which sweetener is your go-to? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear your experiences. And if you're ready to take control of your health, check out Metabolic Mastery, my guide and journal, where I share how a clean, whole foods-based approach can help you shred unwanted pounds and feel your best. The link is in the description. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with anyone who's on a low-carb journey. Until next time, bye-bye.